So anyone who knows the Oldaker home, it has really been a staple within the Roosevelt historic neighborhood. But to make room for more development within the area, it was slated to be demolished. But 2 days ago, crews moved the home just a few feet from its original location, which doesn't sound like a big distance, but it was just enough room to save the historic property.
Amid all the hustle and bustle of downtown Phoenix, tucked between all the high-rises is a little piece of history.
It really is part of the early culture of the early phase of development of the Roosevelt neighborhood.
Located on 3rd Avenue, just south of Roosevelt, the brick craftsman bungalow, known as the Seargent-Oldaker home, has been here for more than 100 years. Owned by Elizabeth Oldaker, who has been inducted into the Arizona Women's Hall of Fame.
If you have to pick in the south part of Roosevelt a sort of landmark house and landmark corner, this is it.
But for years, the fate of this historic home has been at risk, as more development has come to the area.
As the land began to get assembled in the 2000s, even in the 2010, and now the last 5 years when it's gone wild, now it's more vulnerable.
Roger Brevoort with Preserve Phoenix is one of the people who has rallied to save the home.
All of us have always talked about, I hope we can save the Oldaker. I hope that's been a rallying cry for 30 years.
The Seargent-Oldaker's previous owners initially requested demolition after the home was vacant for nearly 10 years. But a new buyer opted to move the home from its original spot to make room for low-scale apartments and turn the house into a restaurant.
All of us kind of stood behind, after all the time and all the angst, if we have to deal with a move sideways that stays on the same site, everybody agreed to compromise and make it go forward.
The historic property will eventually be moved to its permanent location on the corner, just 12 feet from its previous home for the past 116 years. For Roger and other neighbors, they feel it's a win.
There's so many changes happening downtown, so to be able to save a historic home and keep some of the charm that we have here downtown we like that.
I think it's really important to restore it so you can see how the past was, and how it used to be here and how it could change and uplift the neighborhood.
And a $400,000 grant from the city and a $324,000 grant from the state helped relocate and save this building. Now, the restaurant is said to be inspired by places like the Vig and Pizza Bianco, so that's just something for people to look forward to and, again, experience this new lease on life for this home. Derek.
Glad to hear all the stakeholders were happy with the compromise. Thanks, Michaela.